In this second chapter of our Stockholm adventure where we visited our college kids studying abroad, we're exploring more of this stunning Nordic capital.
Join us as we plunge into the Baltic during a floating sauna experience, wander through fall colors at the Botanical Gardens, marvel at the perfectly preserved 17th century Vasa warship, and embrace local traditions like Fika.
It's the perfect finale to our 15-day fall journey through Europe.
You better subscribe because I am freezing my beep off.
We're Zeke and Terri, empty nest midlife travel adventurers from the San Francisco Bay Area.
After nearly getting divorced and rebooting our relationship, we decided to focus on our shared passion for travel and adventure.
We launched this channel to inspire other empty nesters to get out, get dirty, and live this crazy thing called life by exploring places both near and far.
Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures. It's day 12 of our 15-day European adventure and Saturday morning in Stockholm, Sweden. Right behind us is our hotel, which is the Hotel France, which is in a perfect location. It's a little quirky. We're getting a little bit of a late start this morning. We are going to head over to Gamlestan and go to the National Armoury and then take the amazing public transportation up to the Botanical Gardens and walk through that. Day 5, we hit a wall. How are you doing on day 12, especially since we decided not to go to Gdansk, Poland, and we're staying 6 nights at the same hotel in Stockholm?
I'm good. Maybe I just adjusted. Maybe there was like the, altitude adjustment.
There's part of me that's like, oh, we need to get up and go, 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 go. But the whole point of being someplace for a longer period of time is to spread it out and not feel compelled to fill every single moment. Okay, so one of the things I've noticed is they like hands-on tactile type things, and all the things up here, you can open up drawers, touch stuff, there's fabric, climb in, try to take a picture in there. It's designed for kids. Very cool concept we've seen all over Stockholm. Well, that was a lot of fun walking through the armory. I think my favorite part was going down to the basement where they had the royal stagecoaches.
And don't let the name Armory fool you. It wasn't a bunch of only armory. It was actually as much fashion as it was
There's
armor.
a whole level of opera costumes, which were beautiful. And the armor, see, I'm an armor and tapestry gal, and I was just salivating because it's just so beautiful. We need to make our way to the Botanical Gardens so that we can have some lunch, hang out with kidlet number 2 and their friend. I'm really enjoying all of the Swedish history. And I think according to 23andMe, I'm actually more Swedish than I am Norwegian, which means I have to have a conversation with my dad about what sort of hanky-panky was going on within the Son of Hans or Hansen family. Well, that was a delicious lunch. We're here at the Botanical Gardens in Stockholm. This is just delightful.
Their winters must really, really suck.
Why wouldn't everyone want to live here? We did get princess cake and we tried a boule, and neither were very good. But now we've got to go catch up with the kids and go wander around. So the Botanical Gardens have been lovely. It's funny, the California section is all desert plants, cactus.
No redwoods.
And yet all throughout here, there are lantana and bougainvillea and fuchsias, like right behind us. And it's like, we grow all of these. After this, the plan is to go get some Fika.
Well, let's see what these other two
See what
want to
the
do.
kids want to do.
Yeah.
Kid 2 and Kid 3. So I think we can officially check Fika off the list.
Fika's done.
Cardamom bun, and 2 other buns. But we just saw 2 big dogs, one pitty and then one other big schnauzer kind of dog, get onto a bus. So we could be here with George and teach him how to be on public transportation. There's a thought.
Have fun with that.
7:10 p.m. Are you really going to make me go back out there again?
We need dinner. And then I got to show you around that park that's near the laundromat, which is near where we're going to dinner. More steps.
and I just want to go back and take a nap. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and we are off to take a ferry, to get picked up by a ferry, to go in a floating sauna.
We're going to Vaxholm, from Stockholm to Vaxholm.
Yesterday ended up being a pretty sizable day. We ended the day with some really good ramen. It's just so cool. All these different islands with these different names. They kind of bleed into one another because you don't realize you're going over a bridge, and then somehow you're in a different place. I brought a book just in case because I'm really not a big sauna steam kind of fan.
But I'm sorry, you talked all about your first sauna steam experience many years ago.
Yeah, I just want to hit you with branches in the sauna. Yeah, I did that in Helsinki and managed to. I did not jump in. I waded into the Baltic to check that off the list as we ran through the snow, literally barefoot.
So then this should be nothing compared to that.
I'm going to be stranded on a sauna boat for 2 hours with you and thing too. We did talk to Kid One last night. He's using his new Instapot to make soup. And I told him he had to send me a picture. And
well,
he
it's
did.
better than the dinner he had the night before, which was multiple pieces of toast.
As he was playing Civ 5 until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with his friends.
Good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes from bad judgment. Mark Twain said that. One of my favorite quotes.
The internet said this experience is supposed to be good, so it must be true. So we're going to manifest that?
All aboard.
Oh, here we go.
All right, behind us, some part of the Baltic, but it's only about 130 degrees in this sauna, so it might be a little bit cooler out there.
It's actually a beautiful day despite the gloomy overcast. It's really nice. Not sure it's nice enough for me to jump into the water, but I know you're going to do that.
Oh yeah. This is the adventure part of Zeke and Terri Adventure.
The adventure was taking a ferry to Vaxholm and then getting onto a boat with a crane on it to then come out to what I thought was going to be a more remote place, but this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's sprinkling. Are you jumping in? You don't know how deep that is. Oh, man. Woo! Okay. Whew. Dry off before you go back into the sauna.
Why?
Because the extra water cools it.
Okay, Zeke, how was that experience?
That was cold. Cold water out there.
Are you going to do that again?
Probably.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. But I'm probably gonna jump in a little closer to the ladder.
So I went in up to my knees, well actually down to my knees since I just backed in on the ladder, and yeah, that was enough for the moment. When I have to pee, I'll go all the way in.
Second and third time, it gets a little easier. You just get very efficient on getting in and then getting back out of the water.
Unless you're kidlet number 2 who decides to swim around the platform.
20-year-old being a show off.
Is it any better this time?
I think the expectations are a little adjusted. How'd that feel, Ter?
I think my legs are numb. Yeah, I don't know how you two jumped in there because that is unnecessary.
Zippity-doo-dah!
Okay, are we happy now? Yes.
No, I think we need a second take. I forgot to hit record. Whoops. Oh, Jesus, you're cold.
We survived. We're waiting for the boat to take us back to Vaxholm, where we're going to go get some food because our bellies are starting to rumble from this experience. And yes, I only dunked up to my neck.
Absolutely exhilarating. Highly recommend it. And the only way it could be better is if it was snowing outside. That would be just the
Chef's kiss. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
We are at the end of our Vaxholm experience. We grabbed some lunch right off the boat.
Good.
It's all right here, and we've got a ferry that's approaching. I think this is our ferry, and we're going to head back to Stockholm. So it was a perfect day, I think.
It was the perfect
Energy levels being what they were, to go sauna and swim, and then sauna and swim, and sauna and swim.
Well, some of us, not all of us. And now it's sprinkling, which is perfect because we're going to be inside a boat and for the next hour. It'll be great.
And then we'll go back and shower up, and then we're going to go to dinner.
What a day. We got a quick little nap after our ferry ride back from Vaxholm, and now we're off to meet our kids' host family in Stockholm and go out for some Lebanese food. I'm excited to meet the host family because our youngest is absolutely loving living with them, is calling them their second family, and has adopted 2 younger brothers within the family.
Yeah, they have been absolutely fantastic. We have been fortunate. From the moment that they got there, we felt comfortable.
So if you're watching, Sophia and Kala, thank you.
Final full day. Tomorrow's travel day, pretty much from the get-go. So
I'm looking forward to seeing my dog, although I'm going to be sad to say goodbye to kidlet number 2 today.
less than 2 months, though, then we'll all be back in Royal City.
But right now, we're going to go take a ferry, and we're going to go to the Vasa Museum's Viking ship that I think sunk on the first or second voyage. It sunk. Ready?
I'm ready.
Break.
Is that our ferry? That's our ferry. Missed our ferry. It was funny, our hosts joked that, when they have to wait more than 3 minutes for a train, everybody just kind of comes unglued.
Then if they see that there's a train and they're on the stairs, they go racing down.
But I have to say, we've been here 4 or 5 days, 6 days, and we started racing for the train. We figured it out.
Yeah, because we don't want to wait 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah. And here's our boat. Our boat's coming. 11:11.
There it is.
Make a wish for the day. I know there's already either a podcast or a YouTube channel called Idiots Abroad, but sometimes I feel like that should be us. Although in this particular case, we at least knew it was a reproduction of a ship from the 1600s and that it sank on its inaugural run.
It sank. It was in the water for 333 years until the 1960s.
Mm-hmm. 1959, 1960.
Decided they had the technology to be able to bring it back up again. They had to dig like 6 tunnels in the mud underneath it, and then 2 of these giant pontoon type things. And
Oleg and Frigg.
Right. And then they lifted it up and brought it into the dry dock. It's going to be 400 years since it went out on its maiden voyage. And apparently the design engineering was a little off. It didn't have enough ballast. It wasn't wide enough. And a light breeze tipped it over. They also wanted 2 layers of gun decks. So the bottom layer of cannon, where the cannons stick out, started taking on water. 50 people died. Skeletons in there of the bodies they found.
There are 2 women. They think they were either the wives or daughters of officers or crew members. This is an interesting and impressive museum. Oh, look, it does stick out.
Those are the metal representations of the masts that are missing. The masts inside are probably less than half the size of the actual masts. That probably represents where the actual masts would go.
Yeah. Once again, idiots abroad. Okay, so on our original bingo card, the Nordic Museet was on our list.
But
our youngest told us it wasn't worth it. But look at this building. This is killing me.
Beautiful.
The Nordics over 500 years, and we are walking right past it.
But we have a bingo card to complete and lunch to have.
Do we go with the original bingo card or the modified bingo card?
We're going with the existing current bingo card.
Well, no, that's modified because we crossed off this.
Yeah, because we got new information and we're given better information to make better decisions with.
Okay, I'll see. Yeah, no, I'm just annoyed. transportation bingo.
We made it.
Okay, I'm so glad we didn't miss the Kungsträdgården, and apologies for the pronunciation. Absolutely beautiful, very European, lots of restaurants. We're thinking that during the summer it is like the fountain is full and there are lots of people probably sitting around and enjoying the beautiful gardens, the beautiful flowers. The leaves are just insane right now because of autumn, but I'm surprised that so many flowers are still in bloom given where we are getting close to November.
Where we want to go is the Photography Museum, which is over there. And we ended up just right on the sidewalk, but about 150 feet too high.
And I'm a little close to the edge, even with this railing. So I think we've got to go back around and down because
We're gonna find some stairs or a zip line.
I don't really see
parachute.
a slide or anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, the view is absolutely gorgeous from up here, but it's not where we need to be. So. Said goodbye to our kids, so I'm a little weepy. We'll see them in December. They're a little bit of a pain in the ass. I love you. But it's still hard to say goodbye, especially when they're across an ocean and across the country. But this is such an appropriate sign because they actually sent us the wrong direction on the metro. So we need to turn around and go back the other direction.
Well done. Well played.
Well played. Well, it's the end of our trip. We are headed back to San Francisco in the morning. We spent the afternoon with our youngest, and we went to the Fotografiska Museum, which not really our thing. It's a little, it was weird.
That is it for today.
Yes.
They're doing a photo shoot in the restaurant, and so we have to sit in the bar until 6:30 when the restaurant opens for breakfast. But they should be bringing us a cappuccino or two.
Breakfast entertainment. Happy now, Zeke. You got coffee?
Okay, new rule. Check with the person you give your luggage as to where the lounge is for the airline that you're in if you don't know where it's at. Because the Lufthansa lounge isn't labeled Lufthansa lounge.
It's the SAS lounge.
We need to find the lounge.
We need to find the lounge.
So it looks like we're going through
Passport control.
passport control inside passport control.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Well, this looks familiar.
Yeah, this could be the same exact plane we were on the way over to Munich.
Could be.
So
Same seats. Have to see what movies are playing.
It's the same shit that we didn't watch on the way over. It's sunny here in San Francisco at SFO, and I'm not complaining. We're waiting for our Uber.
Well, it's like 70 degrees here at home. Just gorgeous. That's why we paid these crazy Northern California prices.
Now we're going to go find our other cat, Zuko, who has not been home in over 2 weeks.
That wraps up October European trip. So glad you came along. Hope you enjoyed that. And next we are off to
Palm Springs, and then we're going to Denver for Thanksgiving.
and we have a third companion with us. George.
George is coming with us.
See ya.